What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unplayable. I'm D-House here with Jay. Yeah, it's Jay.
Yeah,
It's not
Jay.
Jim. It's not Mike. It's Jay.
I don't know if this will be out before or after, but apparently I'm part of the Rolling Dice and Taking Names podcast now instead of this one.
Well, good. We were looking to trade you before the trade deadline. So what did we get in return?
You got Luca on the Lakers. That's what you got.
Man, I would love to have Luca on this podcast. Let's do it. All right. Well, we've got a whole slew of new spoilers to hit, so we're gonna dive in. Here we go.
Let's do it.
If my computer would behave. There it is. You're all clear, kid. 2 cost, Blue Hero. Defeat an enemy space unit with 3 or less remaining HP. If you do and an opponent controls no space units, you may give an experience token to a unit. It's an uncommon.
Yeah, this is an interesting card. I think it's kind of good. This feels like a good card, right?
I like it.
Like, I mean, it defeats pretty much any turn 1 and not most, but any turn 1 play this defeats, and then you can give an experience to something. I don't know, it feels like pretty good value.
Yep. Yeah, I can't think of any space with more than oh, you know what? There's this oh gosh, it's like a neutral 2 cost 1/4 space unit from set 3 that's like never played, not even in draft or whatever. That'd be funny if all of a sudden that card, because it's a 2 cost 1/4 space unit, gets played because it's got a big butt. But I like this a lot. I play a lot of Blue Hero, and there are very few clear turn 1 answers to aggro decks that go right into space. So
Sure.
Having this as a potential, you played your A-wing, sorry, no, and just to stop the aggro attack happening, it seems pretty sweet. The experience token feels pretty sweet as a bonus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, yeah, you're getting a ton of value if you get the experience token as well. And I think that like 3 is a really good threshold. It's like a plausible threshold that I think you're going to be able to hit. If this was like 2 or less, I would be a lot more skeptical about it. But 3 feels totally viable with so many like turn 2 plays that have 4 health and stuff like that. Plus, like if you play with red, there's a lot of ping damage, or just like, like grenade strike 2 and 1, and then play it followed up with this to kill one of those or something like that. I think this is a good card.
Yeah, like you could do a Quinlan blue thing where you're able to ping something and play this and just get tempo like very quickly. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the question is it a main deck card or is it sideboard? Probably sideboard, but I don't know for sure. So
I mean, I like this more than most of the like Mystic Reflections, and
yes,
I think that's the card. And
yep.
then Make an Opening. Like, I like this more than both of those.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I think so too. We'll see. Biggs Darklighter. Can we just acknowledge first?
Ooh, Biggs.
Jim is not on the episode where we're talking about Biggs. So Mike is never here for when we talk about Ventress. You're never here when we talk about Mace Windu, and Jim is never here when we talk about Biggs. What is with our recording schedule? This is why am I here all the time, and this is nonsense. This is nonsense. So what would Jim say? Well, I should read the card. 3 cost red hero, 3/4, rebel pilot. Or if he's a pilot, he only costs 1, and gives a +2/+1 with a bunch of different weird things. If attached unit is a fighter, it gains overwhelm. If attached unit is a transport, it gains +0/+1. If attached unit is a speeder, it gains grit.
Yeah, I think this card's really good. I mean, a 1 cost +2/+1 by itself, I feel like is worth playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is also giving something based on what you're playing it on. I mean, if it's a +2/+2, like that seems really strong for a 1 cost upgrade, right?
Yeah,
like that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, giving something overwhelm or grit is just like icing on the cake, in my opinion.
Yeah, overwhelm could be interesting in like an Anakin shell because he fits right into that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think this is a really interesting card, and I think it's pretty good.
Yep. And I know you love grit decks.
I do love me some grit decks, Coach. I do love me some grit decks. I didn't get to talk about. Y'all did the last one with Fight Fire with Fire.
Oh yeah,
That card is sick for a grid deck.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. All I gotta say is
It's a rebel too.
it's Rebel, and then because Jim has always wanted to have like Wedge and Biggs excellent adventure buddy cop kind of thing. I have to point out that if you play Wedge as a leader, you could play Biggs for free as a pilot.
Yeah,
Which
that's sick.
that's kind of crazy. Like you could just drop.
I feel like I'm just playing X-Wing.
I know, right? Someone made that joke in Discord today where it feels like all of our like it's like X-Wing the card game, and all of us are having these like moments of. I played a lot of Biggs in X-Wing back in the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, legitimately, you could play Wedge. You could drop an A-wing and then put Biggs right on the A-wing turn one.
Mm-hmm.
Seems decent.
Pretty sick.
So
pretty sick.
All right, good job, Biggs. Han Solo, everybody.
Ooh.
5 cost yellow hero ground unit 4/5 with ambush as a regular unit, or 2 cost pilot for +2/+3. This is a legendary, by the way, Rebel pilot. When played as an upgrade, you may attack with attached unit. If it's the Millennium Falcon, it deals its combat damage before the defender.
And it's got ambush when it's played as a unit. I like this card a lot. I think this card is sick, and it's a rebel, which is cool. Finally getting a Han unit rebel. And I love playing the Millennium Falcon on turn 2. So following it up with this guy is always going to be real strong.
Yeah, what a 4/7 Falcon that, or not 4/7, 5/7, right? 3/4. I can do math. 5/7. 5/7 Falcon that immediately attacks. Like this has the snapshot reflexes whole effect that you get to sneak it out, which is pretty sweet.
And it doesn't take damage back if you defeat the thing, which 9 times out of 10 you probably are.
Right.
Yeah, I think this card is really good.
Yeah, it seems. I mean, especially because sometimes the piloting won't make sense, but just to have an ambush unit at 5 that hits for 4 is going to be valuable. So, yeah, I don't. What's not to love? It seems pretty sweet.
Yep.
Okay, we've got Luke,
rookie pilot,
red. Interesting, you say that, Jay.
That's hilarious.
You had no idea I planned this, but yeah, I'm getting rookie pilot vibes for all of our Destiny friends from back in the day. So there he is, rookie pilot,
so
Luke Skywalker. All right, so we got a red hero leader, and if he's Force Rebel pilot traded. Sorry, can't talk. Hero of Yavin, action exhaust. If you attack with a fighter unit this phase, deal 1 damage to a unit. It's free. Seems okay.
It is free.
All right, at 6, he flips either into a 5/6 boring, or you can throw him on a friendly vehicle. And it has this ability, and it's +4/+5. And I like this first line. This upgrade can't be defeated by enemy card abilities. So there is no confiscating Luke Skywalker or Fang fightering.
I certainly hope so, because if I'm flipping my 6 cost leader as a pilot, which is the only way you're going to want to flip this guy 9 times out of 10, because 5/6 for 6 is trash.
Yeah.
And then he just gets confiscated, I'd be real mad.
Yeah. Don't you kind of wish this was on more of the pilots?
I think every leader pilot should say this.
Yeah, it feels that way. But all right, attached unit is a leader unit. If it's a fighter, it gains on attack. You may deal 3 damage to a unit.
Yeah, pretty good.
Seems real good.
I don't know if it's like, I mean, the really strong aspect of this is the 4/4/5.
Yeah, it's not arena locked either, so you can snipe something in ground arena after you play this in space, or vice versa.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I don't know how I feel about this. It seems it's kind of lackluster a little bit.
6 deploy is tough, right? Like you have to really, coming out at 6, you better be pretty dang sweet. But it's going to be hard to kill.
I don't feel like I'm playing this over Anakin. number one. I just feel like Red Hero has so many 6 flip heroes, and most of them just aren't even playable. And then Anakin is the one that's like fringe playable, and even then, some people probably don't think that. And I don't see playing this over Anakin, but that might be me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but having a basically unremovable upgrade that's +4 +5.
Yeah, I mean, if you get there and you can turn around against other mid range and aggro decks, could be really strong.
Yeah. Force and rebel traits. That's those are strong traits to have, but I do think, man, 6 deploy is just tough. Like you really got to control the game. Now you could do some weird like bravado, ready this unit kind of stuff, because I imagine it's going to be really tough to take down whatever Luke is on once he gets there. So
yeah, you'll have to have like Rivals Fall probably,
but it can't be defeated, right? Oh, this upgrade can't be
the
defeated,
upgrade
but the
be.
unit could, and then it would. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it is a non-leader unit, so or it is a leader unit,
Yeah.
right? So it would only be like Rivals Fall would be the only thing that can easily take it down.
Yep. And we don't see a lot of that anymore.
Yeah. Maybe this set.
Maybe. Oh, we can skip Rookie Pilot, unless you want to review Rookie Pilot for all of our friends. All right, Data Vault. Ooh. We got another north of 30 health base, 33 health. Your minimum deck size is increased by 10 cards. It's a rare.
I love this.
He loves it, folks.
I love seeing more than 30 HP bases.
Same.
Because I feel like we were already, Tarkin Town kind of came back with a vengeance here in the latest.
It's like the base now, yeah.
But I feel like outside of that, a lot of people have started moving towards having 30 health bases because it just is such a big disparity. Now, if you're going up against people with 33 or 35 HP bases and you're running a 25, it feels like an even bigger gap that value of that rare base has to bring to be able to be worth it. So it's going to be really interesting to see what people do with these. Like, if these aren't played at all, then sure, the rare bases are 25 HP will still be around. But like, if people really start running 33, 35 HP bases, it's going to be it'll be hard to want to run a 25 HP base, even if you are an aggro deck.
Yeah, I do feel like there's some control shells, because now that the card pool is expanding, like those 10 cards you're going to have to add to your deck could be Rivals Fall
good cards,
and those things that get cut. So I feel like most competitive players, when they say increase, is like, no, I'm out. I want consistency. I want clear lines. I don't want that. But if all of the cards in your deck are equally valuable and are removal for just another piece of removal for control, yeah, that's pretty wild. 33 health, protected from the spikes.
I don't know if this is gonna be good, because 10 cards is a lot, but I do like the idea of having higher HP bases.
Yeah, I feel like you'll see this at a lot of locals.
For sure,
because like a lot of people who don't play competitively are like, I want all these cards in my deck anyways, because I don't like cutting things.
Exactly. It's very easy to just be like, oh, I have 10 extra cards. Instead of cutting that, I'm just gonna go to 33 HP.
Yeah. Except now all the like art sleeves from Game Genic, we're gonna need 10 more sleeves, because now there's only 60 art sleeves. So then with the sideboard.
Yeah, that is an interesting product design that they have to, some product decisions they have to make there.
All right.
So they just make them all 60? Or wait, no, it has to be more than 60, because it's 60 now.
Yep.
It has to be 70.
Yep.
To allow for sideboard.
Yep.
Crazy.
All right, we've got Red 5. Red Hero, Space Unit, Run in the Trench. 3/4, Rebel Vehicle Fighter. On attack, you may deal 2 damage to a damaged unit. What are we thinking here?
That's spicy. I mean, the stats are good. 3 cost, 3/4. Everybody likes playing Falcon. Everyone likes playing Punishing One. I think the stats alone probably warrant it being played in some aspects, but it's also a rebel. I did not expect going forward, especially after the last two sets. We got like no rebels. We got a couple. It's like I did not expect to be getting a whole bunch of rebels.
Same.
In influx for hero to be able to keep doing its rebel synergy.
Same.
So yeah, I think this is probably a decent card just because it's 3-cost 3/4 rebel in space.
Yep. So obviously he's supposed to go with Luke so that Luke can ping, and then this comes in or this does a thing and can do that. But I've got to ask you, Mace Wind Diggity Dog, is this going in your Mace deck? Mace main?
Well, I don't know if I would. Probably. I mean, yeah, it's 3-cost 3/4 in space. I mean, also being able to just like deal extra damage after a Mace ping is probably decent. So I could see this going into a Mace deck.
Yeah. You can go Quinlan Tarkentown. A lot of pings there. You play this on 3. You ping something and you have something to, because it's any side. It's not arena locked either.
Right. Yeah, I think there's a world too where it's just like we play this hero aggro space race where it's like you've got A-wings, you've got red 5s, red 3s, Falcons, cartels, turncoats, and it's just like and pilots, and you just do this hero aggro space race.
That was a really thematic deck you just made until you said cartel turncoats. You're like, and the X-wings and the Falcons and these cartel guys.
Why can't the turncoats? Why can't they be part of the fight for Death Star?
Yeah.
Arguably, that'd be the one time that they would turncoat against the cartel is to save the galaxy.
There you go. See, writes itself. All right, Trench Run. This card is wild. 1-cost red hero event attack with a fighter unit. For this attack, it gets plus 4
for 1
and gains on attack. Discard 2 cards from the defending player's deck. Deal unpreventable damage equal to the difference in the discarded card's cost to this unit.
So you're taking damage on the unit.
Yeah.
In order to try and get plus 4, but it's on attack. So theoretically, if that dude dies from that effect, he doesn't get to attack for plus 4. He dies before the attack happens.
Oh yeah. Okay. See, so this reads really weird. Okay, so let me make sure I understand it. So I attack with a thing. I discard 2 cards in your deck. Let's say I'm attacking with red 3, so I've 3-cost unit, and I discard a first order stormtrooper and I don't know, a TIE fighter. We'll just call it two 1-cost things.
Well, see, we're taking the difference of those 2 cards, not red 3's card.
A difference in the discarded card's cost. Oh, okay. That I was thinking difference in discarded cost to this unit's cost.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
So if you flip a TIE fighter and then you flip a relentless, you're doing 8 damage to.
Got it.
The unit that's attacking there.
Okay.
But if you discard an Ezra and a red 3, they're both 3 costs. You're doing 0 damage to your dude that's
just
attacking.
Win.
And you just get plus 4 for 1, which is awesome. And you mill to your opponent for 2.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. This seems all right. This seems.
But if you have to deal damage that kills the dude, this is the important part. Is this effect is on attack.
Yep.
And if on attack you deal enough damage to kill the unit you're attacking with, it dies before it deals the damage.
Yep.
So that's the risk that you take when you're running this card.
Yep.
Playing it.
Yep. Wild.
Which is cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, wild. High risk, high reward.
And it's very heavily dependent on what type of deck you're playing against. If you're playing against an aggro deck, you do not care. It's gonna be all 1, 2, 3s, 4s, maybe a 5,
right,
or 6 sprinkled in there. But it's like chances are you're not gonna die from it.
Right. And if your fighter unit has a pilot on it, probably has a bunch of extra health, so sometimes it could still survive.
Right.
I like it. That's gonna be wild.
Very interesting card.
All right. We've got a Masasi.
let's phone in Flockton to pronounce this for us.
Masasi. Tactical officer. 1 cost. Ground red hero unit. 0/4 rebel. action, exhaust, attack with a fighter unit. It gets +2 for this attack.
Sorry, I didn't pay attention to anything you were saying. I was just trying to pronounce this in my head in funny ways because I'm sure that's what Plockton would do. They would have to buzz out the words that he says in between the M and the I.
Yep. I hopefully Jack sets him up for this. Like this needs to be.
Then it has to
like,
be a
we believe in
card.
you, Jack. Make it happen, man. All right.
Okay, so it's a 0-4 rebel. It's unfortunate it's not an official. Not that it really matters, but I feel like official is always a thing that you want. Action, exhaust, attack with the fighter unit. It gets plus. I think this is pretty cool. I mean, a 1 cost 0-4 is sticking on the board. Like we already know 1 cost 4 health is cool with like R2 and stuff. And this is bringing you +2 value every time you get to use it. That's pretty sweet. Do we have any 1 cost fighter units? That's a question that needs to be asked.
What's the cartel turncoat that we keep mentioning?
Hopefully it's a fighter unit. Because if you can do this plus a fighter unit on turn 1, then you can immediately get the benefit on the following turn. If you have to wait, I don't know. I think it's probably fine. It's an interesting card. Artwork is pretty cool. You would think an officer is an official.
Cartel turncoat is a fighter, so
there you go. So you just set up turn 1, this tactical officer and turncoat, and you're ready to roll.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is bad, but
it's probably not good.
But it is it's like Power of the Dark Side. I don't know, buff to like, okay, sure, I'll do this instead of my big piloted unit. Because I do think Power of the Dark Side, it kind of went down for a minute because of battle droids and clone tokens and stuff, and now I feel like it's going back up because you're Voltroning so much in the set. So yeah. All right, we've got a 7 cost space unit in yellow, Radiant 7. It's a 5/6 Republic vehicle capital ship. Each enemy non-leader unit gets -1/-0 for each damage on it. When played, deal 5 indirect damage to a player. It's a legendary.
It is a legendary. I mean, when played, deal 5 indirect is not irrelevant. I think that's a seriously relevant effect there, especially when you pair it with its passive ability. So whatever they're putting that damage on, they are essentially decreasing its attack value. I think that's cool. And then if you're a control deck or tempo deck, and you can keep them off having units on the board, and you play this, it's just 5 damage straight to their base. That's like really strong.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's Republic and neutral, but that's neither here nor there. I don't really know the relevance in terms of lore behind this ship. Do you?
I do not. I don't remember.
Ambassador's arrival of some kind. This is from Clone Wars, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Now, this does work with Piet's capital ship,
Right. Yeah, I was also thinking that.
Which is, so like on the Piet flip turn, you could play this for 5, which seems pretty good, but it's going to be hard not to play Piet with red because red has the grossest capital ships. But it is an option. It absolutely is. For me, I'm thinking like for a legendary, I want a little bit more epic art than just sitting in space like this.
Yeah, the art on this one probably could have been better.
It's like, give me some explosions or something, man.
And I mean, it's a legendary too, and it's not something that I can tell you exactly what this is. I think I know the episode this is in, but it's not an exciting legendary character like unit. Yeah, like why not make this a Super Star Destroyer? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great like pilot target. If you can keep this out there for longer, but all right, we got the Tantive IV, 7 cost hero, 5/7 rebel vehicle capital ship Sentinel, and when played, create an X-wing token.
Oh, this is from the movies.
Yeah, this is
no. The previous ship.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one is from episode 1 when they arrive on Naboo.
What?
So there you go.
Like when when Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are to do
Yeah,
negotiations?
I think so.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. But wouldn't it be separatists? So
Nah, I don't know. No, they it was a Republic ship. It was I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. This one's highly iconic. This one
yeah,
should have been
there we
legendary.
go. Yeah, yeah.
um
So are you playing a 7 cost Sentinel? I guess it gives you 7-9 worth of stats in space because you do get an X-Wing token.
yeah, I mean, I don't think it's terrible necessarily.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like highly playable.
Yeah. Feels like a bomb in limited for sure because everything's going to be going into space and having that Sentinel
Sure.
in, it's probably pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, it seems
I think
fine.
we're just used to like higher impact at 7, but I mean Sentinel 7 health Sentinel there is not nothing.
That's not irrelevant.
Yeah.
I don't see playing this over like a Luke though.
Right. Yep. All right. Darth Vader, everybody. We got Luke
There
and
he
Vader
is.
today.
Victor Squadron leader.
Yeah. So we've got a green villain leader in Darth Vader. Action exhaust. If you attacked with a non-token vehicle unit this phase, create a TIE Fighter token. Force Imperial Sith pilot traded, and then on 6 you can deploy him as a 5/6, but you're never going to do that because you want to deploy him as an upgrade. When you do that, you create 2 TIE Fighter tokens, and he's +5/+5. That's big.
Yeah, and creating free TIE fighters is nothing to like put your nose up at either. Like that seems really strong. Imagine creating droids for free, no cost. Obviously, there's a action requirement, but it's not a resource cost.
Mm-hmm.
I think this guy's pretty cool. +5/+5 on flip on the thing you're flipping onto, and creating 2 TIE fighters.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a little like Win Mori by the time you flip Vader. It feels like if you flip Vader and get to do the things, then it's probably like game over.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't played it.
Yeah. Again, the whole power of the dark side conversation, I think, like again, this helps you if you are trying to do lots of pilots and Voltron stuff, protect yourself against some of that. But I think this is very powerful. Those are, I mean, Force Imperial Sith pilot. Those are great traits. You can do a lot with that. Yeah, I don't know. This seems really fun, and you can obviously in the right color to ramp because you've got DJ Death Star and resupplies and all this stuff. So I think we'll see a lot of Vader pilot because people love Vader. People are gonna love pilots.
This is a very iconic version of Vader as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool, and the artwork makes it look nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like just thinking about rotation now. It's like, hey, set 4 immediately introduces a Luke and Vader, so when
we're gonna have
rotation
them.
hits, yeah, we've got Luke and Vaders. Speaking of, we've got Victor Leader, 3 cost green villain space unit. It's a 2/4 Imperial vehicle fighter. Each other friendly space unit gets +1/+1.
That's pretty spicy. I mean, it's like General Veers.
Yep.
And General Veers didn't get a ton of play, but I don't think that was lack of him being good. And having 4 health, I think being a 2/4 is better than being a 3/3 for an ability like this.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. And there's stuff. I mean, you can go Victor Leader into TIE Advanced from set 1 to give it some experience. So they're buffing each other. There's some stuff you can do with Tarkin. You can get Tarkin back to buff it with the Imperial tag. There's this is definitely making the Vader deck just kind of come together really quickly. So yeah, sort of like Red 3 was such a big like, oh, if Red 3 hits the table, you better kill Red 3 soon. Victor Leader hits the table, like you're gonna want to get it off the table. So seems real good.
Yeah, it's interesting that Red 3 was played so much when it's a worse version of General Veers in a way. Uh, I guess it locked you into Imperial, whereas Red 3 is any heroic unit.
Yep. And it's harder to kill
Maybe
in
that's why.
space, I think, in general.
Yeah, for sure.
At 3. All right, we've got I Have You Now, 1 cost yellow villain tactic. Attack with a vehicle unit. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to it during this attack.
Very nice. It's what you call it? Quick strike on a stick or whatever. I don't think they have a term for it in this game. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, like shoot first, sort of.
Yeah, it's like shoot first, but for a vehicle unit.
Yeah, and it's only
Not much
villain.
to say.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, what?
It doesn't give you +1 like shoot first.
Yeah, like
does
so. This? Yeah, would you ever play this over shoot first right now?
I guess shoot first. Actually, shoot first. If you defeat the unit, you don't take damage because you deal damage first.
Oh yeah,
this is
sure.
No matter what, you're preventing the damage.
Yep.
So you don't necessarily have to kill the thing in order for this to be valuable.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if that makes it better or not.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, with Tarkin Town all over the place, not taking damage is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But is it good enough? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is gonna make mini decks.
Again, in draft, this is amazing because if you can get some value trades early and keep your units on the board, and this is only for 1, while removing theirs, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Now, my favorite video game characters, finally. Iden Versio.
There's no way this is your favorite video game character. There's no way. It's just you don't know any video game characters.
I know this one because you've told me. Okay, so we got a blue villain ground unit, but can be a pilot. 4/3 was shielded, and then piloting as a 3-cost pilot gives it +3/+3. When this upgrade attaches to a unit, give a shield token to that unit. Imperial and pilot traits. Jay, tell me why this might be the best pilot we've seen.
I don't know if I can do that, Coach. I don't think it's bad necessarily. It's one of the highest costed piloting costs at 3. Like that's not. We've seen a lot of 2s and some 1s. 3-cost piloting is like asking to play a 3-cost upgrade, as in Jedi Lightsaber or Fallen Lightsaber. So it needs to be equally as good as either of those. It does give a shield token, which is not irrelevant. I think that's a pretty good trade-off. I mean, I think this as an upgrade, it's probably better than like Fallen Lightsaber or Jedi Lightsaber, just because you immediately get that shield token and tries to keep the character or the ship alive.
Yeah.
And I mean, as a 4-cost 4/3 shielded, that's not terrible stats.
Right. And
fine.
What's funny is like Gar Saxon is sort of appearing a lot, and so all these shields in Gar, and it's already Gar's already in blue villain. Like Iden Versio slots right into that deck.
Absolutely.
And does some pretty wild stuff. Like even just being able to throw this on like your lurking TIE Phantom, and all of a sudden now you're a 5/5 with a shield that also has raid 2, so you're hitting for 7. And so, because normally with the lurking TIE Phantoms, you have to just throw something into it because you can't just remove it or kill it with a card. So, I think we'll see. I think if pilots are our thing, like Iden's gonna be around because, especially check out this next card that ties in with Iden. My favorite ship from a video game. It's a 5-cost blue villain Corvus, the classic Inferno Squadron builder raider. I mean,
I wouldn't even say this is my favorite ship in a video game because the Hawk from X-Wing, that's a video game ship.
That's true. I did play some
Kyle Katarn.
I did play some Dark Forces as a kid. I think there were some ships in there. Are there any ships in GoldenEye 007? Because there probably is my favorite.
GoldenEye 007. There's the Mantis, which is in the Jedi Fallen Order and stuff. which is a cool ship.
Cool.
But no, I don't think 007 has any ships for Star Wars Unlimited, unfortunately.
All right, it's a 4/5
This is a capital ship, though.
Imperial vehicle capital ship. 4/5. Restore 2, and when played, you may attach a friendly pilot unit or upgrade to this unit.
Is there a world where you play this in a Piet deck and try to do some shenanigans with like play a pilot unit early on like turn 2, then 4 resource turn, you play this down after you use that pilot unit, move it to this dude?
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, because you can do your damage with your pilot and then move it right over. And there's some pretty crazy stuff you can do. I mean, if you don't play with Piet, obviously this synergizes with Iden. You play Iden on 4. It's 4/3 shield. You can attack with Iden on the 5 resource turn. So you get your damage in. Then you play Corvus and swing her over. And by the way, Iden says when it's attached, not when it's played. So it gets the shield. And all of a sudden it's a 7/8 shielded with Restore 2 in space.
Yep. I think that might be kind of a control thing too. So like Iden is what, a 5/4? So if you can like defeat something.
It's a 4/3.
4/3.
Yep.
I knew it was like 1.
Yep.
1/1. So you can defeat something with Iden, and ping the shield off, and then play this and move her and get the shield back.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Yep. Yeah. And again, Imperial tag is coming back, so we could see some Imperial stuff.
Imperial and Rebel, dude. We've gotten a lot of both those.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Also, in set 2, we had Survivor's Gauntlet. Is that it's like a 4/6 on 5? You can move and upgrade from something to something else. So I was thinking about
like
Iden with there's a bunch of, and it's in blue, so you could really do some weird stuff just bouncing around. Iden giving shields and upgrades, and
I think there's a fair amount of pilots that say when attached as an upgrade, so it's not when played, which is cool because I think something like Survivor Gauntlet and Iden and stuff get really interesting with that.
Yep. All right. This might be our last one. Wingman Victor 2. It's Mauler Mythal for all the X-Wing fans out there, by the way. Where's Backstabber? Where's Sunterfell? Where's Miranda Donnie? Let's keep them coming. 2 cost, green villain. It's a 3/2 on the ground, which is kind of wild. Like, I'm just thinking like this pilot's a 3/2. But piloting for 1 gives +1/+1, and when played as an upgrade, create a TIE Fighter token.
I mean, that's good. Plus, it's an experience token that also spawns a fighter, TIE Fighter token. Like, that's super good, right?
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Again, it's
I mean, we're already paying 1 for experience tokens most of the time, and now we're also getting a TIE Fighter. That's super good.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in the Vader shell, this makes sense. Like, Vader's going to try and get a bunch of TIE Fighters out, so then you play this, and it creates another TIE Fighter, and you just got this massive thing. There's some, like, wide buffs in set 3 for all the coordinate, like, battle droid clone stuff that we might have to revisit with this TIE Fighter TIE swarm stuff that's trying to develop. But
a lot of people keep bringing up like strafing gunship, which I think is interesting because a deck like Vader, you want to get to 6, so you're gonna have to find a way to go over the top of aggro decks. And if you're just playing a bunch of space units and they go ground, like, what are you going to do? So we need to have good removal.
Yeah, strafing gunship, because that can attack in the ground arena, and that gives it when the defender gets -2, -0, right? It's been a while since I looked at that card. You also have swoop down, which is kind of the same thing, but on an event.
Yep. So I'd be interested to check out these yellow. I don't think a lot of people are talking about yellow piloting decks. It's mostly been green, red, and stuff. Or blue. I'm interested to check out these yellow piloting decks and see if you can go all space with strafing, swoop down, waylays, all that kind of crap to try and mitigate their ground.
Yep, no doubt. All right. Well, I think that's it. I'm checking. I'm double checking. Yeah, we haven't had any spoilers while we're recording. Normally, that's when it hits. So I was double checking to make sure nothing dropped.
Yep.
But that'll do it.
But we did get tickets for Worlds today.
We also got tickets to World. See you in Vegas. It's gonna pilot meta incoming. Although that will be set 5, so maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, Secrets of the Force meta incoming.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
I'm pretty sure you combined set 5 and 6 there because it's Legends of the Force and Secrets of Power. But you did Secrets of the Force, which is
Legends of the Force incoming, whatever that means.
Legends of the Power. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot more cards to spoil soon. So we'll see you in the next one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.